Good morning, everyone. I just want to take a couple of minutes to discuss a few things that has been on my mind for the past several days. And then this morning when I woke up, it's like, I need to address some of this stuff. We are in a unique time in the cleaning and restoration industry. Many people, including the rulers of the world, are declaring that we are in a war against a virus, the unseen enemy. Just like in times there are 2 or 3 major busy hurricane seasons in a row, people line up, board up, hoard up, evacuate as soon as the winds blow in from the sea to the inland. In this particular case, the issue with this hurricane is we do not need plywood. The items that are needed are vast. Everything from PPE to chemicals to tools and equipment are in short supply, and they take time to replenish. This is not the same as if there is a shortage on drywall, where it's okay if a house or a few thousand buildings take 6 months to 2 or 3 years to rebuild. This is disrupting the entire world. The thing is, the same logic is being applied by the cleaning and restoration industry in the midst of the storm named COVID-19, as utilized in any other major natural disaster. The major difference is in the storm, we are working during the midst of the storm, not after the winds have passed and cleaning up the aftermath. In the past, the majority of the time, the cleaning industry has been called in to clean things up when things look dirty, or to prevent an unprofessional appearance. Cleaning has always been looked at as we have a meeting tomorrow, a wedding next week, or the Smiths or the Jones are coming over Saturday for a dinner party. Many companies have to beg, put on their Sunday's best, cut prices to the bone in order just to get scraps in order to make overhead. Large companies enter into major deals to keep revenues coming in through the front doors. Now, due to the current events, the majority of the world is lined up and begging for any kind of service to be performed. This work is not insurance related. We don't have special pricing constraints. We don't have special deals with clients on how to go about cleaning these things up. And a lot of us feel that we can charge whatever we want or do whatever we want. However, with every upside, there are also downsides. Guys, we're busy being busy. This is not your typical any given Sunday water damage. This is not your normal 4:30 Friday afternoon. We forgot to clean the carpet today, and we're having a birthday party for little Timmy tomorrow. Guys, I see countries and cities spraying buildings 20 foot up into the air with any product they can get their hands on. I see countries and cities spraying the air with drones and giant foggers to disinfect the air. They're doing these things just in case, for peace of mind. It can't hurt anything. I've heard tons of people making that comment. Something is better than nothing. I see people out there in the world wearing gloves and masks, rubbing their eyes with their gloved hands, not realizing that their gloved hand is now their new hand. These things are bad logic. It's not the right way to do things. Guys, I don't want to become political here. However, all parts of life are interconnected. We can't have heroes if we don't have victims. The government has to do something to put the mass public at ease. However, we're doing the same. And we can't clean things if things don't get dirty. However, the problem here is we are now rushing to find a way to be an essential service so we can stay in business. Now we find ourselves engaged in a great war. The problem is we're taking anything, including the kitchen sink, closing our eyes and tossing it into the fire, hoping that it's going to do something. We're basically putting an 8-year-old that can't hear, see, speak, or talk in the exit row and going, well, I heard it could work. And then the plane crashes and we're trying to get out of the plane. We have products and techniques that are being incorrectly applied, wrong application processes, no or little training being done. Guys, safer does not equal safe. I hear the logic of, I've heard this could be beneficial. I've heard that this might work. I've heard that someone said that we can do this. I also hear, I've got to make money. Quick fixes, magic bullets, hydroxyls, ozones, ultraviolet light, chlorine dioxide. all kinds of things. We're using fancy words: disinfect, sanitize, deep clean. Use of industry recognized phrases like category 1, category 3, condition this. It sounds impressive. Then I see people posting things on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, other social media networks. We're fogging for free, we're gassing that for free, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing things in an hour or minutes compared to things that should take hours or days to be done. Guys, I will concede that most people can find a study or two, a scientist, a doctor, a YouTube video that will support any kind of logic, any kind of chemical, or any kind of process. However, it has been proven thousands of times over by every health organization, including like the CDC, the EPA, the World Health Organization. Nothing beats meticulous cleaning. There is no silver bullet. There is no spray, pray, run away. There is no gas that we can use that make all of this go away. But we are some overnight now cleaning experts trying to pull rabbits out of our hats. As soon as someone posts a new and better way on social media, it spreads like wildfire. Guys, we have people that eat Tide Pods. We have people that are drinking chlorine bleach because it's on the EPA Schedule N list of things that take care of similar types of viruses. We have people drinking fish tank chemicals because they have the same name as what they heard on television by a renowned leader. Then I say, I see the companies run out there, they see another company do something, and I hear, oh, I've got one of those, I have some of that, or worse yet, I can buy that, and then they go out and use it. Then they're off and running. If nothing else, it is good to be in the manufacturing business right now for the cleaning and restoration industry, because as soon as a company says that they're using something, bam, they're sold out, just like the run on toilet paper. Guys, this is not about politics. This isn't about one company being better than another. Guys, there's no sell pitch here. I have no products to sell, and I'm not promoting one name brand over the other. Guys, this is about consequences. When the dust settles from this hurricane, and guys, this will blow over. It will come to an end. There will be collateral damage. Yes, we may get lucky and we may prove that this gas or this spray kills 99.999999% of some bacteria or some virus on a surface that hasn't been cleaned in over a year. However, there's going to be unknown damage caused by our actions. Yes, we will make money in the process. However, many workers that have 30 seconds or no training on PPE or the products that they're using are going to be inhaling these chemicals, these biocides, these antimicrobials into their lungs. These particles are going to stay suspended into the air for hours. I've seen videos and pictures of companies where the supervisors are not wearing anything while stuff is being sprayed all into the air, and customers walking around. Workers wearing anything from dust masks to full face respirators, PAPRs, and SCBAs. I've seen it all. Guys, in the next few years, I see a rise in asthma-like symptoms and a lot of respiratory problems. Then the next unseen enemy is going to come out. And now we're going to have a magnitude of people with compromised respiratory systems. All for all of this stuff, the busy being busy, for just in case, peace of mind. It can't hurt anything. Oh, it can hurt things, and people are being hurt right this moment. Something is better than nothing. That's not true. I've heard this. I've heard that. I have heard that someone said that they can do this, and I have to make money. Guys, I know this is not the popular message. Remember, I am one of you, and I also am fighting the same fight. But guys, stay safe, do this smart, and don't make or try to make square pegs fit in the round holes out of desperation. Thank you. Take care.